What up, dudos? I was saying hello to you and no one was listening to it, basically. so I'm going to say hello again. It's nice to see all of you. Greetings. We're going to make some games today. Well, we're going to make a single game. It's called Space Rocks. And we're probably going to be making this until we're like 65 years old, because apparently this thing just keeps on giving. But, you know, it's fun. I did go out of my way today to look at some other tutorials. I didn't really do anything so much, but like I looked at a few others that I wanted to look at. In other words, I made a few notes of good looking resources to go through. I also started reading the manual, which is like, wow. I started reading the manual. I'm going through the beginner section. I linked it in the code channel in Discord. I'm going through the beginner section. I'm trying to make sense of what's going on there. Most of the time, I read like 3 sentences, then my eyes start glazing over, and I have no idea what I know, or what I don't know, and what they're talking about. That's not fun. If you get bored of it, move on. It's better to stop a project than get bored and quit entirely. Oh no, I'm not bored of Space Rocks. I'm quite excited actually, because apparently there's AI coming, and I'll be honest with you right now. I have no idea how AI works. Hey, Porties, what's up? Sam, it's nice to see you both. Hello, hello. And I'm curious to see how it's even possible to tell something to act in a certain way and have it happen. Like me, if I can have that power at my fingertips, that's fantastic. But I'm committed to finishing Space Rocks. I'm not against that, and I'm trying to pick what I want to do next. I'm trying to pick. It's like, there's a lot of really cool stuff.
Hello, everyone.
I've got like these Sean Spalding videos here, which seem fun. Then I found 1 or 2 others that sort of cover similar stuff. But you know what? I had like this is quite important though. I had like a moment, and I was like sitting here and I was thinking, okay, maybe I should make my own project. Then I opened a project up and I was like, holy shit, you know, because I've only really made Space Rocks, I don't even know how to make a level. Like, I don't know how to put something in the game world and have my character run around in it, because I've only done Space Rocks, and space is like, it's empty except for those asteroids. So like, I didn't know how. I went in first game, right? Look at this. And it's empty. And I was like, okay, now how do let's make the game. And then I was like, okay, I don't know how to make the game. So, well, here we are. Now, I did guess. My guess was I need to put a sprite in, which would be like I did this. Hold on, let's see. Yes, I brought a tile set in. So my guess was that I need to take the tile set, and then I need to make sprites and objects. And then I need to take the objects, and I think I need to put them in the room. Right? So I think that's what I need to do to make the level. Then the level is the room, and my character runs around in it, and it's, you know, it's something. But I don't know how to do that. So basically, the Space Rocks are cool, but they don't teach me anything I really like wanted to, you know. We'll see. You need help? Should you order 6 donuts or nah? You should order 6 donuts. There's never really a time when you don't need 6 donuts. Okay, so the AI is just logic. Okay, man. Yeah, okay, man. Like, okay. Make it 8, says Hasenhertz. Shoo. Like, using a method to determine the direction the player is in, and telling it to move that way. It's as mechanical as the asteroids floating around, just more complex. 6 or 12? 12 then. No, don't go 12! Don't listen to them! Jesus! No! 6 is fine. God damn. Are you alone? If you've got a wife with you, you go 12. Hey. Shit. Lumin's right, why stop at 12? Get 24. If you're alone, you go 6. If you're not, you go 12. 6 is fine. I'm assuming if they're giving you 6, they're not that big anyway. So, today we are doing Space Rocks. We've got this tutorial here. I want to put chat in, by the way. Should we do that as well at some point? See, I want to put chat in, but I've been using CapChat. And honestly, CapChat is like not the most fantastic thing in the world. It's a nice system. It's a reasonable, like, way to get chat on your screen, but the problem is it's not super customizable. I'll have it fade after 30 seconds. Light, dark, preview. Let's see what it looks like. I'm sorry, I know it's bright. It's their website. I can't do anything about it. This looks kind of stupid. No. What about no theme? Preview? That'll work. XQC. Oh, is this XQC's chat? Okay. Why do I have XQ? Okay, generate. They fancy donuts? Fill-ins, crumble stuff on top. It's a bit of a rant, but why does everyone like to put chat on stream? We can already see it. It's built into the web page. Well, I think that for most people, having a small chat... So here's my thinking. The only reason I like the idea of chat on screen, and this is, again, I might be a minority here in the way that I'm thinking about it. The only reason I like it is because it allows people to sit back and just watch the screen itself, and they don't have to have chat open. Plus, if they have a big monitor or something, then chat is much larger than it would otherwise be on the side. Plus, if you're using phones or something like that, it's janky as shit trying to use the app to look at chat, because then you cut off half the screen or whatever, and that sucks. So, like, basically, it's kind of like it's a rough situation, you know. What does this look like? The text would need to be bigger. I'll probably need something behind here as well. But there are also lurkers who don't care for chat and can no longer avoid it. True. True. Okay, I'll do this later. You guys have convinced me. Mr. Dave, what up? Hello? Doesn't see jumping. This is a safe space. Oh my god. That's a Guild Wars 2 reference. Shit. I'll fix the chat later. I'll make it very unintrusive, unobtrusive, and it'll be okay. I want a small chat. I actually saw, funny enough, it's kind of sad, but I actually saw a stream recently. How do I close all projects in this nonsense? Close. How do I close this? Log out. I'll just close the program. I actually saw a stream recently from a guy called Ludwig or something. He was like on the homepage because he was sleeping on his stream, and he has this little tiny little chat box underneath his facecam frame, and it only shows about 5 lines at a time, or 4 lines at a time, and it was good. It was a decent way of doing it. What's his name? Is it Ludwig? I thought that the Americans all called him Ludwig. Shit. I don't know. But Dave, it's nice to see you. It's also nice to just call you Dave. Space Rocks, let's go. Shit, here we go. I'm gonna test run the game first. Also, let's get some chiller music on. How do you get more chill than Arcanum? Well, you play literally anything else, because Arcanum is not chill at all. This one. Okay. All right. So, where were we? We need this lady girl to catch us up. Let's play a quick round first. See if it works. I haven't hit a single one yet. Shit! Ah! Okay, that's enough. That's enough of Space Rocks for one day. I really need power-ups, apparently, because I'm bad at that game. So yeah, regardless of the fact that I can now put things like parallaxes in, it's funny because I still have no idea how to make a game level. So like, it's like, if I'm being honest with you, the bread and butter for the kinds of games that I would want to make, I feel like would be levels that you can traverse. So like, I have this image in my, I was going to use this to announce my stream going live earlier. I have this image, these kinds of levels. It's like that kind of shit's the bread and butter of what I would want to do when I make a game. And here I am. I sat here and I had no idea how to do it. I feel like it's a grievous wrongdoing by me not knowing how to do it yet, and I want to work on that as soon as we're finished with this. And I'm enjoying the space rocks. I really am. You guys know that. But I really, the first thing I want to do when I'm done with this is just immediately learn how to make a level. Make a level. You know? So, lady, where you at? Space rocks. So, for those that haven't been following, we did a initial tutorial, and the initial tutorial, it contained basically, how many videos was it?
Hello?
Shit, go back. Stop helloing me. It contained 5 videos, right? And those 5, they sort of just set up this base game without the power-ups or whatever. But it set up a base game, and it basically allowed us to create something very simplistic, but also something you can actually play. And now we're moving on to fluff. And it's actually kind of interesting because the fluff stuff is hardcore. Like, if you think about it, it's like enemy factions, AI. Dude, I started doing this. This is the 4th day that I do this. So, like, holy shit, man. Like, holy shit.
Hey.
It's kind of cool that they're able to teach you to do stuff like this, or at least introduce you to stuff like this so early on. I feel like that speaks volumes to the simplicity of the program. Yo, Tabe, what's up, man? Hello, how's it going? Tabe, have you done your Mythic Plus 15s? I'm asking for a friend. I mean, just all around. Have you, like, done all the Mythic Plus 15s? Okay, let's do this. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back. In the next few videos, we're going to be creating enemy ships. And these I think will be quite important and exciting videos because we're going to be going over a lot of planning and conceptual setup before we dive into the code. And hopefully by the end of it, I can show you how important this can be to ensure that we develop in a way that reduces the amount of work overall so that we can reuse code and make a system flexible enough to handle additions and changes in the future.
She's getting destroyed.
If we wanted to add more enemy types or different types of bullets,
dude, she's getting wrecked.
The system will allow you to do it. So in this first video, we're going to be going over the conceptual planning and setup, and then we'll move on to coding in the later videos. So let's have a think about what we've already programmed.
So we have only 6 minutes left for AI. Well, it's the first video. A while ago? Okay. Yeah, I'm asking because Helene is doing hers. She only has 3 left to do, I think. And apparently the 3 that she has to do is like, one of them's the other side, and like, they're really tough. Evidently, they're just real shit. Especially with, she's done it all the pugs, so.
Programmed into the game. At the moment, we have a player ship, asteroids, and bullets. The player ship can create bullets which travel at a fixed speed and direction, and those bullets can collide with asteroids and destroy them, and also themselves.
What is this weird black bar here? Oh.
The ship can also collide with the asteroids, which will destroy the ship.
Yes.
So that's how all of our different objects are interacting with each other and colliding.
It's like a movie.
So
Let's sit
now
back.
we're planning on introducing 3 enemy ships, and I've called these raiders, hunters, and brutes.
Oh, do I get to design them?
In essence, these are all going to kind of act in similar ways, although they'll have slightly different variables and behavior. But essentially, we want all enemy ships to be hurt by the player's bullets. We want all of the enemies to create bullets which can hurt the player. And we don't really want enemies to be able to destroy each other. Or maybe you do, but in this game, we're going to make it so that ships that are part of the same faction aren't going to hurt each other. So let's have a look first at the different enemies' properties. The raider ships are going to be the kind of grunts of my enemy faction. So they're going to be moving in a random direction when they're first created until the player gets close enough to them. When the player gets close, they're going to turn to face the player and shoot at them, although they'll continue to move in their set direction. Fairly simple behavior for those. Now, the hunters are slightly different. Like the raiders, they're going to move in a random direction when they're first created, and when the player gets close enough to them, they are going to turn and kind of duck and weave and chase the player until the player leaves their detection radius.
Duck and weave?
They are also going to periodically shoot bullets at the player, and those bullets will be a little bit faster than the raiders' bullets. So they're a little bit more dangerous. And finally, the brutes, again, they will
Oh,
move
shit.
in a random direction, although
This is
I'm
good
going
game
to
design.
make them move at a slower speed than the others. When the player gets close enough to the brutes are going to, again, turn to the player and give chase. And they're going to pick up speed as they chase the player. So they're going to move closer and closer. They're not actually going to shoot. Their goal is to kind of collide with the player and destroy their ship that way. And I'm going to make the brutes a bit tougher than the raiders and the hunters. I'm going to give them 5 HP because they are kind of surrounded by shields and it's a bit tougher to kill them. So you can see there's a lot of similar properties to the ships, but they do have their differences. So they're all going to have a kind of direction and speed that they move at when they're first created. They all have a kind of detection radius.
Wrong
And
button.
finally, where they're kind of most similar is how they interact with the other objects. So like I said, if they create bullets, those are going to harm the player. They're not going to harm each other. They can take damage from the player's bullets, and they can also damage the player by running into them and destroying their ship. Now, if there's 3 different enemy objects, that's a lot more new collisions that we have to add, for example, to the player's bullet. And if we do it that way, it also means that we're going to be repeating a lot of code. But really, all of the collisions are going to kind of result in the same thing. All of the enemy ships are going to lose health or be destroyed when a bullet hits them. So, instead of putting in 3 different collision events, it would be a lot easier if we could just have 1. And the way that we can do this is have a parent object for the enemies, a parent ship object, that all of the enemies inherit from.
An enemy faction, you could say.
So in GameMaker, we can have parent objects that can set certain properties like variables. They can even have code and behavior, but it means that all of their children objects can be referred to as a member of their parent, kind of. If I check for a collision with the parent ship,
It's a
that's
family
going
of
to check
enemies.
for a collision with all of the enemy types. So that way, I only need 1 event. It'll also allow us to have a place to set up the shared properties of the ships. So now that's kind of reduced the number of interactions that we need to put in. So we have now a ship that can create a bullet. That bullet can either hit an asteroid or hit the enemy. If it hits the enemy, it's going to take away one of the enemy's health and perhaps destroy it. If it hits an ally, then I don't want it to damage the ship. Similarly, the enemy can create an enemy bullet, basically, that does the same thing but in reverse. So perhaps they can also hit asteroids, they can hit the player and damage the player, but I don't want it to damage the enemy ships. But even now we can see that these 2 bullet objects are kind of doing the same thing. They're just acting differently depending on who created them and who they're hitting. So maybe we don't really need 2 different objects for the bullets. Maybe we can do this all in one. And instead we can set up a faction system where all the objects belong to a certain faction. So the ship, and perhaps if we create allies for the ship, can belong to an ally faction. And when they create a bullet, we can set the bullet's alignment to the allies. On the flip side, we can make the parent of the enemy ship belong to the enemy faction. And perhaps later on we could even have debris or floating objects or floating guns or even structures that can belong to different factions. And exactly like how we did for the enemy ship, we can accomplish this by having a parent ally object, which all of our allied objects can be a child of.
Delete
and
factions.
all of the enemy objects can be a
This
child
guy
of
wows.
the enemy faction object. And this should be a really flexible system because we could even potentially introduce more factions in the future. We could have, for example, a neutral faction, and you could build some really interesting missions around perhaps a group of ships or a group of aliens that are kind of friendly or at least won't attack either faction until that faction attacks them. Alright, so we've gone over all of the conceptual planning for the enemy ships and factions. In the next tutorial, we'll jump into the code.
Oh
I'll see you then.
shit! Already done?
Welcome back. So we
Hello, it's me. It's you. 24 minutes? That's the good shit right there. Here we go, dude. And the next one's 22 minutes. Also enemy factions. Okay. Guys, put your coding hats on. This is a long one. It is time. Okay, how do I do this? Just opening this up here. Need to get myself ready. Steady. Let's
we just
do this.
went over the conceptual planning for making the enemy ships and factions, and
It is the longest video in the playlist, yes. Indeed. Indeed. Unless these two are longer, but I don't think so. No, it's the longest video in the playlist.
now we're actually going to start coding. Alright, and now the first
Let's
thing I want to do
code.
is come over to the game object, because I want to set up the factions. Now, my plan is that all of the faction parents will be declaring what faction they're part of by doing something like this. So we could just put faction equals to a string called ally. But another way we could do it is to just use numbers, and that kind of eliminates the problem of mistyping the string at some point. So we could have 0, for example, to be neutral, 1 could be ally, and 2 could be enemy. But
2 is
again,
an enemy
that's
number.
not very readable for us.
Yes.
We might not remember what number means what. So another way we could do this is to use what's called an enumerator. So we
Stop
can set up
teasing
an enumerator
me.
called factions, and
What the
that
hell's
could
an
kind of
enumerator?
contain all of the factions within it. So we could put neutral, ally, and enemy. So now
Is this an array?
we've kind of created our own class of variables here with this enumerator. And enumerators are global in scope, which means all of our other objects will be able to access it. It also means that it will come up in the autocomplete. So if I type faction equals factions dot, it will come up here.
No, it just enumerates numbers with a name, essentially. Oh! Okay. Links them to. Enumerates in numbers. Enumerate is such a weird word, because like it doesn't, it sort of explains itself if you think about it, but it numbers a name or a word. I got it. Enumerates.
So that makes it a little bit easier for us to organize it.
Sure.
Great, so that's what we're going to do for the factions. Now, before we go ahead and create the objects, let's just import the sprites for all of our ships. So I have them all here. They should be in the description of the video.
Oh, God, I have to import her sprites. God damn it. God damn it. Balls, balls. I guess balls, balls. Balls, balls. It's just if I start making my own sprites now, we're never going to get done with this shit. So, you know. Do your own? I will. I will put original sprites in, but I'm gonna take hers and replace hers. That's the whole idea. is that the problem is that I'll show you now. The problem is that so like this is shit. Whatever she's got going here, I can replace it immediately, right? This is so okay. Watch here. Let's see. I've already got a plan with this one. I want the square, but not the square, if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna really be angry if I one day want a pen display typey box thing. You know? A pen display typey box thing. Because that's even more money I have to spend, and I don't want to spend money, dude. Who wants to... Who? Okay. Okay, raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Because you don't want to spend money. No one wants to spend money. That's wrong. Bzump, bzump, zump, 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 zump. It'll make sense soon, don't worry. What's the idea of this thing? I'll show you now. Okay. I'll show you now. There's an idea. There's an idea. Yo, Dave, what's up? By the way, if you're serious about venturing into the field, are you claiming the free marketplace packs each month? In what marketplace? Everyone decided to buy drawing tablets in Lily and Kiak's Discord. Who bought drawing tablets? Who's everyone? Oh, on Unreal's marketplace? Free for the month section? Oh, fantastic. I'll do that. Emma, Lily, Hasnuts. But Lily had one before, didn't she? Or am I wrong with that? No, this is not good. Okay. What a devious device. What have I created here? This is true evil. True evil. It's the Borgo cube. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. I need more evil. Hold on. It needs to be more evil. So the face is coming up now. It's come together. I know what I'm doing. Never mind. It's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. Can I copy this? Okay. Watch this shit. Guys. What's the key to paint again? Here we go. It's a bit skew, hold on. Still skew. Oh my god, did she make hers skew? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She made hers skew. Winch. Hers is skew. Hers is skew. This is the one that collides, no bullets. Is it? I don't recall. Oh, what? Why are you saying why? Hello? It reminds you of a pig? You don't see anything that looks like it would shoot? I was about to add it. You can use your imagination on this one, by the way. On this little bit that I'm about to add here. So it's a pretty precise design that I'm gonna do here, but it does have a purpose. Shooting. Okay. Okay, this is perfect. Holy shitballs. Need more dingles on top. Okay, lady. I think I just made her design so much better. It's a gun, Hassenhutz! Jesus. She's basically basically, oh my god, now it looks even better. This is so much better. This is so much better. He could basically have teats. Oh my god. It's a cross. It's a cross, dude. It's a cross. This is the Exorcist. And these are his man buns. Okay. It's his headband. Alright. We're good to go. This is kind of fantastic. The top is slightly wrong. You're right. It's one off. Thank you for spotting that. That's perfect. Okay, it's done. Let's do the other ones. Enemy hunter. I mean, I'm fine with this. I don't need to change this one too much. So this one, it has to... are those boobies? They could be if you want them to be. It doesn't matter which way he's facing. It's an arcade game. They all go around like... Arr! Haven't you seen Donkey Kong? Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so... the idea is to keep... you need to preserve the integrity of the original design. Am I saying I'm going to add bananas? I'm not saying I'm not going to add bananas. Okay. Okay, so here's my plan for this one. Just bear with me for a second, because I feel like this might get radical real quick. Okay, so preserve the integrity of the original design. I'm keeping the chassis. That's it. It's like I'm restoring an original. What? Don't make another cock. No. Why would I do that? Oh, shit. What the? How does this work? How do I pull the things? Okay, this is a stupid tool. I hate you. Paint selection. I'm doing it by hand. I'm doing it by hand. But I made that line, it's not original. It was underneath, dude. It's a chassis. Okay. This we're gonna make. I need to use the straight lines because it is still sort of, you know? We need a few more steps. I don't need a lot more steps. Wow, wow. There it is. But that's not the right. Here we go. There should be a symmetry tool. How do I... it doesn't work. I tried to do it and it didn't work. Look, I click it and it just does this. Maybe my program is bust. Did I get permission from that chick to be playing for hours in the sprite maker? No, I didn't. Oh my god. I'm such a bad student. I love it. I didn't. She didn't give me permission to do this. But then again, who is she? Who is she? Let's just be honest about this for a second. She's not. You know? I know design. And this is design. Think about your grades, man. Too late. Too late. Shit's out the window, dudo. Okay. Apparently the mirror tool only does symmetry for brushes. Didn't know this basic editor had brushes. They're here. Yeah. Look, I made a brush earlier. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything, so... I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's a good editor. Does it look better when I tilt my head to the right? Wait, what are you saying about it, Dave? Dave. I want you to be honest with me right now. That's honest. I want you to just tell me. What is it that you're thinking? It's a stump nose. It's a stump nose. Because I know what I'm doing. Of course I've seen the same thing as we... Listen. This is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing the right thing. Trust me when I say that the right thing is being done. Oh my god. So this isn't purely random? Excuse me, when is it ever? On this stream? Random? What are you talking about? Okay, that's pretty snazzy, dude. I do like how this works. I do like how this works. I call this the fishbone. Okay, I'm just gonna add some flares, then I'm done. Okay, so we're gonna like... Shit. That's an F. That's an F. Okay, wait, so I need it on this side and not on that side. Oh god, I love it. Okay. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Nah, that's shit. Take it back. Take it back. Add the genitalia lost, or no? Wait, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. This is going well now. It's going well. It's looking good. I'm getting extra points for creativity on this one. You guys will see. She will grade my shit, and she'll be like, okay, guy. I see it. I got it. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Oh, there it is, dude. I got it. 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 Are those supposed to be feet? No, 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 no. You'll see. It'll come together now. Wait, that's wrong. This one. This one. This one. This way. Okay. I call this the scoop. I call this the scoop. Let's bring it in. This is the drive shaft. I know what a drive shaft is. What do I look like to you? What do you think this is? I think it's looking good. I just need to slicken it up a bit. So... Done. Okay. Beautiful. Next. Brute. This is an animation. Balls. I can't really change this one. This one can't change. Oh, but I can change the center. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be a rebel. I just want to say I hate that she never centers her shit. She never centers her shit. It's like she centered it, didn't she? Okay. I take that back. I take that back. Okay, guy. It's this thing that never centers itself. It can't center. Screw it. This one stays the same. Okay, this is the same one. Close the sprites. We've done the fishbone. We're good to go. Lady, talk to me.
To download, or feel free to create your own. So I'm just going to drag these in, and now, just like with a lot of our sprites, I'm going to set up the origin to be in the middle center, and I'm going to set up their collision masks as well. So for this one, I might actually use an ellipse just so it covers more area
Middle
of
center.
the ship. Just to make it feel, it's a little bit in the player's favor, but they won't mind. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. And for the other one, middle center, this one looks like it can just be a rectangle. Alright, so that's fine, something like that. And then the brute. So I'm also going to move this to the middle center. And
That's
I
fine.
think we can just use a diamond for this one. You might be wondering why I have a lot of different sprites for this one. And this is just because I wanted a visual representation for the health that this brute is on. So when it's at full shield, it'll look like this. And then when it's losing its shields, it will end up looking like that. And you might also notice that when you import this into GameMaker, it automatically cut up the image into different frames for me. And that is because I put _strip.
Yo, what's up, art? You like my art? Is this an AI stream? You do like my art, don't you? It's pixel art. Hello? It's fantastic. I'm actually gonna... I might flip this one to the side, because I can just take the whole art and flip it so that it shoots its teeth downward. But, you know, I'm not gonna do that until we see which way it actually shoots, if it does shoot. We'll see. Brute. I think she uses a circle for this one. Yikes. Oh. Oh, wow, that's a perfect fit. Okay. Middle center on all of them. We're done.
Five on it, so 5 for the number of frames. If you do that and import it into GameMaker,
Hold on, she's telling me something important here.
automatically cut up the image into different frames for me.
Yes.
And that is because I put _strip 5 on it, so 5 for the number of frames. If you do that and import it into GameMaker, it's going to automatically chop it up for you.
See, this is the original image.
Alright, let's come over to...
See, this is the original image. And you can see by the way she... If I zoom in here, see? You can see by the way... I didn't know that would show up. But it's just... I'm not sure exactly how she measured it, but like, how did she... Okay, whatever. I guess she just took 64 by... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 64 by 64s and took them next to each other. I guess.
Here, and now I'm gonna set up all...
There's a pixel art Reddit. Hold on. Pixel art Reddit. True. The Lost Spec Kickstarter is live. New Hearts Monster Loot Drop. Okay, man. Sure. Good morning. What a beautiful day. Okay, Penny. Okay, I'm gonna judge them now. Top. All time. This. That's pretty top, dude. That's pretty top. That's pretty top. What is this one? This is top second. This guy does stuff. It makes physics, water physics. He does videos as well, I think. He does videos as well. Or something like that. No. Oh shit, risky clicks. You should never do that, dude. Never do that. Never do that. That's some RPG Maker shit right there. That's not even okay, man. How's this third top? Guys, I'm gonna deck this subreddit one day. You guys will see. You guys will see. Okay, cool. Anyway, it's nice. Okay.
All of my objects. So all of the ship objects.
What? The art is like, this looks like default RPG Maker art.
First. So OBJ Raider, assign the sprite.
Oh, make the objects? Hold on, I'm losing
Let's come
her.
over to here, and now I'm gonna set up all of my objects. So all of the ship objects first. So OBJ Raider, assign the sprite. There. Same for the hunter and the brute. Alright, those are all our ships. Now I'm going to set up the enemy parent. So I might call this OBJ parent enemy. And this one doesn't need a sprite. It's kind of purely there for organizational.
Okay, stop. I'm busy listening to her. OBJ. What was the first one? A hunter. What's the other one? Oh my god. Ah! Object. OBJ. Borg? Brute. Okay.
Purposes, there probably won't be an actual instance of.
Now she's setting up a new one here called OBJ par enemy.
This in the game. It's just going to be the parent of objects. So now we can add.
Pixel dailies can be nice for inspiration too. Okay. Wait, hold on. Pixel art Reddit. Pixel dailies Reddit. Ow. That's blue. Okay, let's go.
Children under the parent button. So we're going to add the raider, the hunter, and the brute.
Oh, okay. So now we're making a pair. This is new to me. This is new to me. So the par enemy parent. We go in here, and we add in objects. We add in the hunter. We add in the raider, and we add in the brute. Cool.
All right, great. And now our object kind of folder is getting a little bit messy. So I might start to add some organization here as well. I'm going to add a group called enemies, and I'm going to drag in all of the enemies. Cool. And I'll do the same for the...
What? There. Enemies.
allies.
Ally. Is that going to change anything?
Okay. And now...
Like, okay. Ally. As in, like, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna have to refer to them differently if they're in a group.
Now let's add the factions. So I'm going to have OBJ faction enemy.
This is organizational, but like, yeah, but is it so it doesn't? It's not going to affect my code, which folder it's in. I assume not.
I'm going to have obj faction.
Okay, cool. It
ally.
doesn't.
And I can also add the children for these. So I'm going to add the ship, which is going to be here now. And I should add this one as well. Now, we don't want to be add the children for these. So I'm going to add the ship, which is going to be here now.
Oh my god. See, this is like, dude, it's going a step further now where you add in objects like this and like you could at any point lose it. It'll quickly get out of hand. I can imagine if you have an entire game with like all these objects that you, like, ooh, like, okay. So I'm not sure how it works, but if you want to paint me a picture quickly of just simplistic values, I have a picture here. Okay. Would these all be their own? So would the tree types, would that be an object? These are all the tree object. The bushes are all an object. The porcupines are all an object. And so every single thing that's in the world would be then the walls would be an object. So the vertical ones and the horizontal ones would be two different objects. Are these, so like imagine all that shit. Just imagine for a second, that must be a lot, yeah. And that's just on that tiny little bit there that I saw. Like, holy crap. That's insane. Lumin object lump. True. Shit. Brute. Object, enemy, hunter, object, enemy, raider.
And I should add this one as well. Now, we don't want to be adding the individual enemy ships because that would stuff up what we've already done.
Oh shit. She says it.
Done for their parent. You can only have one parent, but you can have a grandparent.
You don't know how GMA does, but walls and floor and even bushes in Unity would be painted on a tile map. Porcupines and trees would be their own objects. Okay.
So if we make...
I mean, I don't know how GameMaker does it either, so...
This one, our child, you can see this little drop down shows us its grandchildren, right? So
grandchildren.
Now they will all kind of inherit from each other. This is the grandparent. All right, so that's the allies and the enemies. I also do want a neutral. And I'm going to actually make the asteroids neutral. So I'm going to drag those in. I'm going to add obj faction.
No. Okay, so save this quickly. Why is mine not working? Okay, hold on. Fine, let's just check if I've done this correctly. So allies. Yes, the ship is there. Okay. OBJ faction. Oh, par enemy, faction enemy. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Okay, remove everything. Just delete the children. Okay. So, okay. So she has...
And I'm going to actually make... Don't want to be adding...
So in faction enemy... No, go back.
Cool, and I'll do the same for faction ally. Cool, and I'll do the hunter and the brute.
Yeah, so in par enemy, OBJ par enemy, she adds parent, children. Here we go. She adds the enemies, she adds the hunter, she adds the raider, and she adds the brute. All there. Okay. Then she goes into the enemy faction and she makes this the parent of that. And now it's working. Okay. Got it.
All right, great. And now our object, don't want to be adding the individual enemy ships because that would stuff up what we've already done for their parent. You can only have one parent, but you can have a grandparent. So if we make this one our child, you can see this little drop down shows us its grandchildren, right? So now they will all kind of inherit from each other. This is the grandparent. All right, so that's the allies and the enemies. I also do want a neutral. And I'm going to actually make the...
Oh, so they do? So in the image I showed, you'd set up specific collision on the walls / bushes. But they would be painted in the scene. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. If they need collision. Unless you want to go through them, obviously.
Asteroids neutral. So I'm going to drag those in. I'm going to add OBJ faction neutral.
Okay, so make it a neutral faction as well. Let's do this. Create group. Neutral. Neutral's one of those, you have to actually start typing it before you know how to spell it words. I've literally always had that with neutral. You get the U in there first, you know something's wrong. Then you have to back it up.
And have the asteroid as its child. Alright, now one final parent object that I'm going to create is just OBJ as its child.
Wait, is that right?
The asteroid as its child.
And we're going to put the asteroid in the neutral folder. There we go. Okay.
Alright, now one final parent object that I'm going to create is just OBJ faction, and I'm going to have all of the faction objects be children of this one. And this is just so that we don't have to double up on all of our collision events.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
all of these objects will be colliding with each other. They're just going to behave differently depending on what faction each other belongs to. But they'll all still collide and probably be destroyed or react in some way. So
This is insane,
instead of
dude.
checking individually for collisions with all of the faction parents, we can just collide with this kind of great-grandparent now. So we can add
Great-grandparents!
all of these
This is so
faction
stupid, I love it.
grandparents. Great, so now we have a...
So she adds faction ally. Then she adds faction enemy. Then she adds faction neutral. And they're all like parents and grandparents. And like these guys have been busy as shit, dude. I love it. Check that out.
really rigorous hierarchy for all of our objects. All of the factions...
This is good planning. I'm glad she's showing it
inherit
off like
from
this.
The grand faction object, like this.
The
This one
grand
has
faction
the parent
object.
Enemy objects. We might eventually add some more allies and have perhaps another breakdown of parents in here. And we have the asteroids here. Alright, great. Now what I'm going to do is set up some variables in all of these. So in the great-grandparent OBJ faction object, I'm going to set basically a default faction. We don't necessarily have to do this, but unless I specify otherwise, I'm going to make all of these just start off as neutral. So factions.neutral. Alright. Now that I've created this event, all of these objects should inherit this code right here. So all of them will be running this. So let's just check that. So let's head over to the enemy object. The enemy parent faction object, I should say. And you can see right...
Dude, this is some cool shit right here. I don't know if other programs do this, but look what she just showed off. So I put that in there. I typed like some stupid little line of code. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And now if I go to, let's say, enemy faction. It's not working.
Here, there's kind of a ghost event. And this...
Oh, I made a typo, that's why. Right? I didn't make a typo. No! It's not smart at all. Wait, stop. This is the same. Faction equals factions neutral. So, look at what she has. I want that the same. Hold on.
This is the inherited event right here. So all these objects should inherit this code.
Am I in the right code place? I am. This is the right code place. Create. Create. There it is. It's a ghost event. It just took a moment to spawn. Dude, it's a ghost event. Isn't that sick? So, because it's a great-grandparent of all these other objects, they inherited this from it. It's fantastic. And it shows up. It shows you in the game that it's, look, that it's inherited with this little icon here. That's so cool, dude. But these ones don't have it. Oh, would they? Oh, because they haven't been created yet. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Okay. Wait,
code
let's
right
see.
here. So all of them will be running this. So let's just check that. So let's head over to the enemy object, the enemy parent faction object.
Enemy faction enemy. So faction enemy. No, it's not there. Why is it not there on this one? Hey Vespa, what's up? So hers shows there, but mine is only showing on faction ally? No, it's not there either. Oh god. Neutral? Not there either. But I just saw it. I literally just saw it. No, no, no. Okay, hold on. I was just... There it is. There it is. It's on the ship. It's on my ship. Why? Is it on the enemy ships? It's not on the enemy ships. Why is it only on my ship? Did I miss something?
I should say. And you can see right here, there's kind of a ghost event.
This is all bullet stuff. Okay, hold on. Shit.
And this is the inherited event. So you can see this kind of inheritance symbol right here. So there you go. Now, we don't actually want the enemy to be in the neutral faction. So we want it to overwrite this. So we can click right here. And this means it's overwritten. So now we can replace it with
Okay, I don't understand. Hold on.
the grand faction object, like this. This one has the parent enemy objects. We might eventually add some more allies and have perhaps another breakdown of parents in here. And we have the asteroids here.
I did everything right. It's all right.
Now what I'm going
I
to
haven't made any
do
mistakes.
is set up some variables in all of these. So in the great grandparent OBJ faction object, I'm going to set basically a default faction. We don't necessarily have to do this, but unless I specify otherwise, I'm going to make all of these just start off as neutral. So factions.neutral. All right. Now that I've created this,
I'm just going to keep going and see.
All of these objects should inherit this code right here. So all of them will be running this. So let's just check that. So let's head over to the enemy object, the enemy parent faction object, I should say. And you can see right here, there's kind of a ghost event. And this is the inherited event. So you can see this kind of inheritance symbol right here. So there you go. Now, we don't actually want the enemy to be in the neutral faction. So we want it to overwrite this. So we can click right here. And this means it's overwritten. So now we can replace it. So we want it, and you can see right here, there's kind of a ghost event. And this is the inherited event. So you can see this kind of inheritance symbol right here. So there you go. Now, we don't actually want the enemy to be in the neutral faction. So we want it to overwrite this. So we can click right here. And
Okay, so when she goes to faction enemy, OBJ faction enemy. I can just go there like this. Then she has that event popping up here. And I don't see that event popping up here. I don't get it. So, it's parent. Let me see. This one's parent is OBJ faction. Did she maybe make it OBJ factions? Let me just make sure. No, it's just OBJ faction.
so there you go, parents in here. And we have factions.neutral. All right. Now that I've created this event, all of these objects should...
Do I have a typo somewhere? Oh. What is this object par enemy? There's a mistake here. There's a mistake here, I think. So when she goes into OBJ faction,
inherit this code.
she has faction enemy, ally, and neutral. Okay, let's just make sure. Enemy, ally, and neutral. There they are.
Right here. So all of them will be running this.
And then when she
So
goes
let's
to
just check
enemy,
that. So let's head over to the enemy object.
then she has power enemy.
The enemy parent faction object, I should say. And you can see right here, there's kind of a ghost event.
Okay, when she goes to enemy, she has power enemy. OBJ faction enemy. Power enemy. None of them have it. What am I doing wrong? Does anyone know? None of them have it here in the event section. Hey Vesper, you were up late last night trying to develop a turn-in-place system for a twin-stick shooter. It's a headache. Huh. I mean, it sounds like it could be useful if you figure it out. Because she wants me to do something now that's not happening. Why does it have power enemy, which I assume is the parent object for the enemy objects, as a child to the enemy objects? Because that's how she did it. Look. I'm just following her steps.
Otherwise, I'm going.
Look, there's object enemy.
To make
okay.
all of these just start off as neutral.
You'll see now.
So
Watch.
Factions.neutral. All right. Now that I've created this event, all of these objects should inherit this code right here. So all of them will be running this. So let's.
I don't know why it's like this, but look, she has it the same way. Watch, 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 watch. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I watch, let's see if the asteroid has it. The asteroid also does. Oh, no, he does. But why? Oh, here's the parent event. Go to one of the enemy ships. They don't have it. Oh my god. You see, this is the new program. It is here. You just have to have a create event in it for you to see it. Okay, okay. It is there. It's working. It's working. It doesn't have the box at the bottom. It's here. There it is. Now the hunter one does. It all has it. But it's not showing it there. See, now it's there. Okay, it's a bug. We found a bug. Because now it's showing. I made a create event and now it's showing. But basically what it is it needs a create event before it shows. So what I need to do is I need to go and make a create event.
Let's just check that. So let's head over to the enemy object. The enemy parent faction object, I should say. And you can see right here, there's kind of a ghost event.
Is it a bug?
And this is the inherited event. So you can see this kind of inheritance symbol right here. So there you go. Now, we don't actually want the enemy to be in the neutral faction, so we want it to overwrite this. So we can click right here, and this means it's overwritten. So now we can replace it with our own faction. Now, the parent...
Okay. Shit, dude. So now what she did was, she made a create event, her own create event, on faction, OBJ faction enemy.
With our own...
Okay, so we're going to OBJ faction enemy. That's this one. We have to add a create event because that will show us, and we can delete the event immediately, but that'll show us these. Now we're like, hey, override the event, and we can put our own code in here, and we can be like faction dot faction equals factions dot enemy, and then we're good.
Faction. Now, the parent enemy object will inherit that, and all of these ship children will inherit the enemy faction.
Why is the parent? Oh, okay, of course, because this is the actual parent. Now this one. There it is. I mean, I guess. There it is. Yo, Rumpatump, what's up, man?
That, and all of these ship children will inherit the enemy faction.
Are they, though? Yes, there it is. This might actually be a bug. Do you think I should mail them about this? You think I should let them know? Maybe they give me some free shit if I tell them this shit's broken. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it's intended. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just wondering if I should bother. I'll make a note quickly. Because it's not showing up until I create it. Those events don't belong to those objects. They belong to the parent. Yes, but when I create it and delete it, then they show up faded like this, a ghost event. And they're supposed to be there as ghost events. She says they're supposed to... Oh, that's not there. See, it's not there. This is so weird. Even if you don't see them, they still apply. Okay, okay. If you're sure about that, then it's fine. Seriously, if you're sure about that, then it's fine. Let's keep going.
Let's do the same for the ally faction objects. So we want to...
Okay, so object faction ally. Is that right? I didn't look at her.
Overwrite this and put the ally instead.
Okay.
And the ship will inherit from that. And finally is
Neutral.
the asteroids. Okay. Now we don't actually need to overwrite this, so we can keep that just from the parent object. But let's just check in the asteroid object if it inherits. So you can see the ghost event isn't there, and you can see this little cross here, which means it's currently overwriting its parent. And that's because we already had code in here for all the asteroids. We do want it to inherit from its parent, though. We want it to run this code so that it is a neutral object. And the way we can do that is just put up the very top event inherited. So that way...
Oh my god. Okay. Is that in faction neutral or in asteroids? Oh, in asteroids. How do you even spell inherit? That's right. Okay. Is that working? Nice.
This object can still have its own create event and declare variables that are not from its parent while inheriting whatever its parent is running. So be sure, we're going to have to be careful in the future that if we ever give objects events that override it, we're going to need to put event inherited. Alright, so now all of the objects have their factions set up.
But we haven't set the factions
now,
up.
I want to change how the bullet is interacting with the objects. At the moment, it has a very specific collision with the asteroid to do all of this stuff. It is currently going to be unaligned. I don't want it to have an alignment unless it's set. I don't want it to be part of the faction collisions or anything because the bullet has its own special collisions. But that'll make more sense in a second. So, for the asteroid objects, I actually want to change the asteroid to do all of this stuff. It is currently going to be unaligned. I don't want it to have an alignment unless it's set. I don't want it to be part of the faction collisions or anything because the bullet has its own special collisions. But that'll make more sense in a second. So,
okay.
For the asteroid objects, I
Let's
actually
see.
want to change this to not just be a collision with OBJ asteroid. I want it to be a collision with OBJ faction. So with any object that's part of the factions.
Oh shit. That's huge, dude. That's such a big change. And that's on bullet, right? Yes. But it's such a simplification. If you think about it. So you're making this collide with all of it at the same time.
Now, we are going to have to move this somewhere else. We could check, we could just wrap this in, for example, a check if the object index is obj asteroid, then do all of this stuff, and then if it's all of the different objects, but that's going to get very messy very quickly. Instead, what I actually want to do is have the objects own all of their own code, basically have them handling what is happening to them when they are hit by a bullet. Do they take damage? Do they explode? Instead of telling them to do a specific thing with a with statement, I'm going to actually tell them to run their own custom events. So I'm going to take all of this.
I thought by now she'd be using scripts like a lot more. But I mean, I'm sure that's still coming. I'm to put in the top one quickly. Let's see.
Cut it. And let's head over to the app.
Did you take the whole thing?
Take all of this.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay.
And let's head over to the asteroid object. So let's go over to the asteroid, and we're going to add this to a custom event. So we're going to head down to other user events.
Oh shit.
We can use any of these. Let's just use user event 1. And I'm going to put a event 1 in all of our faction objects, and this is going to be the take damage event. So this event is custom. It doesn't run to a particular trigger, but we can control when it's triggered.
So she puts the description in there as take damage event. Let's do the same. So it's a at. I think I made a mistake. Oh, it's the other way around. It's 3. And then a at. Is that... Wait, that's wrong. No, I swear the at was first. Here. God damn it. It was there. And I've already forgotten how to do it. There it is. Okay. Take damage. Thanks, Artful. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Thank you. I'll get the hang of that.
And I'm going to just paste all of that code that we had before. So some of this actually belonged to the bullet, I think. So we can get rid of this because we're not in a with statement anymore. We're in the asteroid already.
Shit, dude, it's like real brain-boggling nonsense here.
I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to shift tab to move it back. So we
I've never used shift tab before. Wow.
don't need 2 instance destroys anymore.
Oh, sure.
We can keep the score change and the audio change in here, that's fine. We will be destroying ourselves and we'll be doing all of that, so that's great. Now the asteroids have their own custom take damage event. We're going to have to do the same for the rest, but for now let's just head back to the bullet.
It's a reverse tab. Shift tab is a reverse tab.
Actually the objects to run their take damage event. But actually first we want to check if the object is part of our faction.
I like that she's putting notes in now. So we're in OBJ bullet now. Check if the object is is part of our faction.
So we're going to check if the other object, so the object that we're colliding with, if its faction is equal to our faction, then I'm going to exit this event. I don't want to do anything else. I'm not going to damage it.
Smart.
So what we're going to do now is, instead of having any specific code for the object, we're going to go with it and just tell it to run. So we're going to tell it to run a particular event. Event performed, by the way, if you want to look this up, just middle click here and we can actually find how to talk about the user event. So down here in EV other, we need to put, and then we need to specify what user event. So heading back, type is EV other.
It's a long list that comes up if you middle mouse it. Look. You discovered Windows key shift left and right today? Oh shit! That moves stuff around the monitors. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of sick. I know, which I've been using recently, is Windows key shift S. Is the snip-in tool. It's kind of fun.
Other.
I'm gonna look what this is in just a moment.
And then the number is EV user 1. Alright, and we have forgotten to destroy the bullet. And remember, the bullet will be destroyed regardless of what it's hitting. So we can put that. But if it is hitting an object that's part of its faction, it just won't damage it. Alright. Another thing we might want it to check, actually, is not only if it's hitting an object that's part of its faction, but if it's hitting its creator object. Because I think we were creating the bullet kind of inside the player's collision box. So if we create it right now, it's still going to run this because it will be colliding with the player, which is part of a faction. And it will be destroying itself. And it'll kind of look like we didn't even create it at all. It's not going to be able to pass through the player. So we do need an exception for its creator. So actually, I'm going to just set creator equals, at the moment it's undefined. We might do the same for the faction. At the moment, those two are undefined, but we will be setting these later.
You typing too fast.
At the moment it's undefined. We might do the same for the faction.
So why is creator undefined?
At the moment, those two are undefined, but we will be setting these later.
Oh, okay.
If other is equal to the creator, then we also
Balls, woman, what are you doing?
might do the same for the faction. At the moment, those two are undefined, but we will be setting these later.
Oh, okay.
If other is equal to the creator, then we also want to just exit. And we don't want to perform this. All right. Great, so we've got the bullets collisions all set up. There is actually another thing I wanted to change about the bullets though.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, this is check-in. God, I don't know. So, wait, hold on. So, what this is doing is it's creator. What is creator? That's a custom one that she created. If it's blue, and then it says here creator undefined. I don't. So we haven't. Oh, she said we'll set it later. Okay, and then basically. Here it's checking if it's the creator. So if it's my own ship, then it will exit and it won't destroy anything. It won't do any of this shit. If it's colliding with it, I'm assuming. But I don't quite understand. Why doesn't it then exit the entire thing and stop all of this that's coming after? Maybe she explains it later?
At the moment, they're destroying themselves when they go outside of the room. The room's actually quite large now, and I don't really want the bullets to persist in the room if we can't see them, because they might hit an asteroid that's way off. And
What's wrong with that?
Sound effect or cause us to gain points, and that doesn't really seem like a great mechanic to me. The player didn't really do that on purpose, so I'm actually going to delete this. And instead, what we're going to do is be checking if the
In step. Okay, so she deleted the outside room one.
bullet is still within the camera.
Okay.
And this should be quite easy. So we can just use a if point in rectangle, and remember all of our values for the camera that we set up, all of the global variables. So we can get access to the camera's current X position and Y. So that would be the top left corner of the camera. And then the other two will be global dot camera X plus camera width and global dot
Oh, slow down. What the balls?
X position and Y. So that would be the top left corner of the camera. And then the other two will be global dot camera
Height?
X plus
Oh my god. Okay. Global dot camera X plus global dot camera, what is it, like height?
camera width.
Width.
And global dot camera Y plus global dot camera height. I might put this on view line
Yeah, I see why.
so that we can see it all.
I guess it makes sense putting it on more than one line. There we go.
There we go. That'll do. So if this is the case, actually we need to check if we're not in the rectangle. So if we're not in the camera, then I want it to just destroy itself. All right, cool. So that's the bullet done. Now, if you remember, in here, we've only really set up user event 1 for the asteroids. Let's set it up for the...
She's way too fast, dude.
So that's the bullet
Okay.
done. Now, if you remember, in here, we've only really set up...
Okay, let's just type what this is doing first. Hold on, before we... this is destroying the bullet as soon as it leaves our camera space.
User event 1 for the asteroids. Let's set it up for the player as well, so for the ship object. So let's come over to obj ship, and let's set up an event 1. So remember, this is the take damage
User event 1.
event. Now, there's a lot of things we could put in here. At the moment, when the player kind of loses health, they just destroy themselves. In the future, we might actually set up health for the player, or we might actually set up an invincible check. So for example, we could check if invincible exit, so it won't take damage. But for now, we can just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right. And I might do the enemies in a second, because I've just noticed right here, we have a very specific collision with the asteroid.
So is this user event calling back to the user event that I created in the previous one? How is this linked in any way?
Event.
Oh, it's on the bullet, right? Let's just check. There it is. Okay. Sure.
Just like the bullets, I want a more general event for when the player collides with a member of a faction. So for both the neutral and the enemy factions, I want it to also run take damage. So we can actually move all of this. I think this is all of its destroy kind of code. So we could put it in here actually, but I might actually put it in its destroy event. So now this will run when the player gets destroyed. Cool, so we're kind of slowly uncoupling code from different events, and we're going to be reusing this code a lot. So I can change this to be a collision.
I'm just want to make sure I did all that right, because this is insane.
Enemy factions, I want it to also run take damage.
Yes.
So we can actually move all of this. I think this is all of its destroy kind of code. So we could put it in here actually, but I might actually put it in its destroy event. So now this will run when the player
See, she did that so quickly. Jesus, slow down.
So we could put it in here actually, but I might actually put it in its destroy event. So now this will run when the player gets destroyed.
Okay, yes, I see it.
Cool, so we're kind of slowly uncoupling
Did she remove something there?
run when the player gets destroyed. Cool, so we're kind of...
She didn't even say that. She didn't say, oh, I'm removing this now. Woman.
slowly uncoupling code from different events, and we're going to be reusing this code a lot. So I can change this to be a collision with the faction. So very similar to the...
Okay, so this one is changing.
bullet. I want to first check if object is member of our faction. So if other.faction is equal to our faction, then I will exit, but otherwise...
Okay, so the collision with that one, she puts a note in. Check if object is member of our faction. If other faction equals faction, exit.
Otherwise, I'm gonna run event perform our taking damage event. So great, now we are pointing to the same place as the bullet is going to point to when we take damage. So now we don't have kind of duplicates of code or different ways of handling taking damage. The bullet is pointing to the same place as the bullet is going to point to when we take damage. So now we don't have kind of duplicates of code or...
Yeah, it's not that I need help on it, it's just that it is getting more complex. And she is most definitely like, I don't want to say she's skimming a bit, but she's like going quick, dude. Because I know if she was going slowly, this would be 45 minutes long, so I get it.
Different ways of handling taking damage, it's all going to point to right here. So we can take invincibility into account if we're running into an enemy ship, just like how we would take it into account if we were struck by a bullet. All right, great.
I get it.
So that's the player setup as well. All right, now
Hopefully.
If we actually run the game and test it at this point and try and shoot, say, an asteroid, as soon as we shoot, you'll notice that we just...
Let's see that. Let's test that. You're out. Get out. Okay, tell me about why we just exploded.
Explode. And that's because the bullets are still unaligned. They don't have a faction. So we need to change that when the player is shooting a bullet, or in fact when anyone is shooting a bullet, that we set that bullet to our own faction. And this also might give us an opportunity to set other changes about the bullet. So we might change its speed. So let's just head back to the player object and check out when we were creating the bullet. So you can see right here, when we create the bullet, we set its direction to be equal to our image angle. And
okay, this music is like, I'm just like, okay, man. Okay, man. Okay. I think the Starbound music is far more code music than this shit, so we're gonna put the Starbound music on right now. I want to start with Epsilon Indie because I love this track. Okay.
And I think we had a default speed for the bullet set.
Kitsubin Starbound music is just fantastic. I must admit, I have not given that game the time it probably deserves, but the music, I've given that a whole lot of my life. And yeah, you like jazz when you code? For real? That's weird. I don't know. Like, I find it very hard to concentrate when there's any, like, noise, music. Doesn't matter if there's lyrics or not. I like silence, usually. But there are some caveats. There are some, like, wild cards, like Starbound. And I think that FTL gets sort of kind of close to the same vibe, but FTL gets a little bumpy at certain points. Too much bop in it. And so for me right now, that's my favorite. It's like the one that I can do. But I'm open to finding some new code-in music, because I just started coding, so I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna end up listening to heavy metal when I code. Synthwave/trace works for you. I also like just like old school, like sort of chill, I want to say like sort of retro-y Chrono Trigger style music. I don't know what to even call it, but yeah, that's kind of fantastic as well. Hey, Accordion, nice to see you as well. Scooter is clearly the best music for coding. Trance is maybe also a bit rough for me. Okay, so let's just go back a moment.
So you can see right here.
Oh, dude, Nier Automata's hacking tracks are nice as well, but they're also a bit too much bop for me, like a little bit too much.
When we create the bullet, we set its direction to be equal to our image angle.
Yes.
And I think we had a default speed for the bullet set to 6.
Yes.
We might overwrite this when the bullets get created by the player. So let's head back to the player. I'm actually using Control-T right now just to hop back. And instead of doing all of this, I'm actually going to take all of this, cut it, and
well, Traxa, I want to say, listen, I want to say, if ever you need motivation, here I am. A literal newbie who knows nothing. Let that motivate you. I'm going to learn this, dude, and I'm going to make a game. So you better keep up. Okay? That's it. That's it. I can be your Goku if you want to be my Vegeta.
Is shooting a bullet, or
I don't see myself as much of a Goku, but it's fine. You know, the idea remains
that we set that bullet to our own faction. And this also might give us an opportunity to set other changes about the bullet. So we might change its speed. So let's just head back to the player object and check out when we were creating the bullet. So you can see right here, when we create the bullet, we set its direction to be equal to our image angle. And I think we had a default speed for the bullet set to 6. We might overwrite this when the bullets get created by the player. So let's head back to the player. I'm actually using Control-T right now just to hop back.
Why? Why? It was right there. Okay, man.
Player. I'm actually using Control-T.
Oh, maybe when you get a project that's like massively massive, this is a good way of... Okay, I get it. This is kind of sick. No, never mind. I take back why. It makes sense. If you get like 5 billion objects in your game, Control-T. Search for assets, options, preferences. Okay.
Right now, just to hop back. And instead of doing all of this, I'm actually going to take all of...
Okay, so she's in the step event of our player. And hers looks a lot different than mine. But it's the space to shoot button.
This, cut it.
And... You dislike jams, Oddful? The idea of them is great, but you hate the time constraint. I'm going to do them. I like the idea of time constraints. The problem I would obviously have is finding the time to sit down and stream and create something. I obviously don't have to stream and or like stream creating something, but the idea of sitting down and having the time to do something, I like. You know, I think that a lot of people don't a lot of people don't see game jams for what they're supposed to be, in my opinion. For me, a game jam isn't about, it's the wrong mindset, exactly. It's about the community and seeing like what you can throw together and then showing it to someone else, okay, and having the feedback, and then B, it's about challenging yourself and just to see like, okay, how far have I come? What can I do if I start with literally nothing and just one word to get me going? Because they usually give you like if I understand it correctly, they usually give you like a theme, right? And then on top of that, a game jam is with other people. Oh, well, I mean, that's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. But solo or with other people, I see it as the same thing. And then on top of that, it's also just, you go in and you try do it. And the fact that there's a time constraint means that it mixes things up. It's not that it's putting pressure on you, but it's forcing you to not go too far with your idea. Because, like, I think a big problem that a lot of people have when they start out, and Taraxa was saying it, is like it's called feature bloat or something. It's not just feature bloat, but it's other bloat as well. It's like you start an idea, you start something up, and you want to add this, and you want to add that, and you want to do this, and you want to do that. No. If it's a short jam, you go for something simplistic and you try and stick with that. And I think part of learning to make a game and learning to do something like that is committing to something and like, you know, trying to get it done. Hey Blarmage, what up? Game jams are amazing. You did global game jam last year, 3 days, and it worked out very well. Cool. I'm down for that. As in, like, if I get to a point where I'm happy with how I handle things and do things, I'll do a game jam with or without other people in the community as well. I don't care, man. I'm down. And what I think is nice about game jams as well is it can provide inspiration for your future projects too, which is sick. So, she's going for keyboard press VK space. We're going to go there, and we're going to remove all of this. I don't know if we should remove play sound zap though. I mean, she did remove it, but let's see what she does.
Instead, I'm going to put it into a script.
Oh, she cut it.
I'm going to call this create bullet. And I'm going to add all of its properties, so the description can just be create bullet.
That's genius. That's genius. She's putting it in a script so that she can refer to the script on all the others, right? So basically, the enemy ships and stuff can do the same. Create bullet.
Now,
so the others can just refer to the script, and they can have the sound effects and everything. Oh god, I love that.
Let's think about what arguments we want in here. So,
oh no,
we already know. Let's just paste what we had from the player. That we want to set a direction for the bullet. So let's.
Okay, something different happened here. Yo, something different happened here. What's going on? Day 9 does something like that. He encourages people to do 30-day projects a few times a year. You set yourself to do something within 30 days and you go for it. Yeah. No, I understand why it's a script. I'm just saying, I don't understand. So, because I've got a different version of the program, it immediately added a function, create bullet. Do I remove that or do I keep that? Because I kept this. Oh, no, dude. This is it. Oh, shit. The scripts are different. This is it. This is where the YouTube comments come in. Yeah, here we go. This is it. Tutorials made for an older version of GameMaker. I run 2.3.0 and create bullet script doesn't work as shown in the video. The ID actually given to the script, not in the function. Oh, is actually given to the script, not in the function. Here's how to get it to work. That's a header. You keep it. This here. Oh. But she didn't keep. Well, I mean, hers doesn't have it. So this guy has this code here. Let me paste this at the bottom quickly. It's just so I don't lose it. This guy gives a different code. Let's see what the comments say. This helped me unstuck it. Okay, so this is apparently the one. I'll take this quickly. And evidently you paste over this. Okay. What is dir speed fac? Oh my god, no. Sound laser cannon. That's wrong. Is he not following the same one? Yo, no face, what's up? No, I know. Direction, speed, yeah, but I mean, we didn't use the same ones, as you can see. I've never used this code before. Oof. Let's check if there's someone else with a more basic one. Hey, if your bullet gets eaten by the ship, it's because of this. Just in case anyone's having a similar problem. Because of what?
Is the case. Actually, we need to check if we're not in the rectangle. So if we're not in the camera, then I want it to just destroy itself. Alright, cool. So that's the bullet done. Now, if you remember, in here, we've only really set up user event 1 for the asteroids. Let's set it up for the player as well, so for the ship object. Here, actually, for other damage, we can try and aim bullets get created. And like I said, it might be cool if we could... So...
Oh no. Okay, so shall I follow hers quickly? And then at the end just paste some other random shit in here and hope it works? What do you guys think? Should I follow hers quickly and just go with it? Because I feel like I should. I'm gonna follow hers, and then if there's an issue, we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah. But keep the header. Okay. Gotcha.
We already know. Let's just paste what we had from the player. That we want to set a direction for the bullet. So let's put direction.
Okay. So do I put...
Like I said, it might be cool...
So do I put the stuff inside the brackets then? Like this? I think we should problem solve later. I agree with that. And should I add the arguments as well that she's adding? What? I don't even know what arguments are, dude. How does she do it? Wait, does she have description? Create bullet? See, I don't understand. The main thing I don't understand... So, the main thing I don't understand is, why do they push home the point that this green text is not actually doing anything? And then here we put in green text in that's apparently doing something. Or what is this? How does this work? Are these actually comments?
If we could change what speed the bullets are going. Because I did want, for example, the bullets from the hunter to be a little bit faster, and we might make the bullets from the raider to be a bit slower than the player's bullets. And finally, of course, we need to set its faction. So remember, let's just head back to the player. Just to give you an example of the inputs that we might use. So now, this was where we had the code for creating the bullet, and we can just write create bullet. So the direction was the image angle that the player...
Okay, so we're back at the ship again. God damn it, man.
Is looking at currently, so that's the angle we create it at. The bullet speed, maybe we'll make a variable called bullet speed inside the player, and we'll set it to that. So hold on, let's just bullet speed, head over to the create event. Remember, we're inheriting the create event from a variable called bullet speed inside the player, and we'll set it to that.
Then she just leaves it open.
So hold on, let's just bullet speed, head over to the create event. Remember, we're inheriting a create event from our parent. So when we overwrite it, we have to be careful to put event inherited.
Okay.
And we'll set bullet speed equal to whatever number you want. I'll put 6. Great, so we're setting it to that. And finally, the faction, we can just pass in our own faction. And this can actually probably be reused in the enemies when they are creating a bullet as well. At the moment, it's complaining just because I haven't actually used these arguments inside the script. So just middle click here to open it up again. And let's finish what we started. All right. So we can.
Yo, Perry Panda, what's up? You just wanted to say hi to me in chat before load shedding started? Dude, thanks for dropping in. And hey, good luck with load shedding because holy shit, man. It's annoying me way too much as well. Hey, what's that? Oh, hey, that's exactly what I'm working my way towards the scripting stuff. See, I started reading the manual today, and I got through the first 4, maybe, I think it was. I posted it in the code channel in Discord, and I haven't gotten to the scripting stuff yet, but I will, and it's the same thing. I can see it's the same thing, because I jumped through it earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that, Artful. Thank you. The way she jumps to ship and back is strange to you. Why so?
Can actually keep a lot of this. So up the top, let's just change the names of all the arguments that we're receiving. So I'm going to set up dir for.
Okay, so she says up at the top, but now do I? Okay, so Artful said something about put those brackets after create bullet. He said. My question is, did she ever specify arguments in her code block for that function? She's about to do arguments, but what I don't understand now is she's typing here, look, she's typing right here under these arguments, and where do I type? Do I type it inside the function or outside the function? That's what I don't get. Like, where should I be putting this shit? Because it's different. I mean, I can remove this shit here. I put them in. Okay. Okay.
For argument 0, and remember we can actually use it as an array or as just argument 0. I'm going to have speed as argument 1 and fac as argument 2. I will have the sound being played.
These brackets that I have to use. I don't have... There you go.
Here, we are going to be creating the object, and now once we've created the object, we need to change some variables about it. So we're going to go with inst instead, because we're actually going to need a few. So we want to set its direction to be whatever this argument is. We want to set its speed and its faction. And actually, I think the bullet, we can middle click on this right here to go over to the bullet. It wanted to know what its creator was. right here, just so that we don't actually collide with our creator. And it's faction.
This is crazy.
And actually, I think the bullet, we can middle click on this right here to go over to the bullet.
Did she remove the image angle thing?
View.
She removed it and didn't say it.
So we want to set its direction to be whatever this argument is. We want to set its speed. And its faction. And actually, I think the bullet, we can middle click on this right here to go over to the bullet. It wanted to know what its creator was right here, just so that we don't actually collide with our creator. So let's head back to the script. Where is it? Create bullet. Let's all...
Holy shit. Okay, slow down.
Also collide with it. We can middle click on this right here to go over to the bullet.
Middle click on what?
We want to set its speed.
Hold on, I'm losing her here.
Its faction. And actually, I think the...
Tomorrow, Path of Fire? I don't know. I have to see about my load shedding tomorrow, because I might only be able to do one stream if there's load shedding tomorrow, seeing that it's at 8 to 10:30 p.m. It's a shitty time.
The bullet, we can middle click on this right here to go over to the bullet.
Oh, I see.
It wanted to know what its creator was right here, just so that we don't actually collide with our creator. So let's head back, and its faction. To go over to the bullet. It wanted to know what its creator was right here, just so that we don't actually collide with our creator.
Yes.
So let's head back to the script. Where is it? Create bullet. Let's also pass over our ID. So whoever is creating the bullet, let's just say creator, and we'll set it to, so whatever's running the script, its ID. That's what the scope of this would be. And remember, it does have to be a temporary variable for us to be able to pass this over. If I wrote creator equals ID in here, this ID, because we're in a with statement, is now referring to the bullet. We want it to refer to the object running this script. So we want to set creator equal to this. All right, so now let's just test that and see if the player is able to shoot.
Oh no, the moment of truth.
Make sure that the bullet doesn't shoot the actual player and that it will interact with the asteroids. So we can shoot now. Let's go try and shoot an asteroid. Great. And our collision is also working. Great. Okay.
No, it's not. Shit.
So that is...
Okay. Now it's time to head into the comment section. Here we go. Why is my... Oh, I guess I don't have hardware on. Why are you oh my god in me? You guys are gonna look at it. Okay. So basically, open the script in the YouTube comment side by side. Okay. Here you go. Okay, this is the same. Oh, there's the difference. Here. This top in function create bullet. You need to specify the variables in the. So let's type it in by hand because I think that's cool. So dir speed fac. I can put spaces here, right? And creator. And then we Then we look at the next ones. I can put 20 spaces in if I want. Yeah, I keep forgetting. It's just nicer with the spaces. Now we don't put the doodly bug there because we've got the brackets opening immediately, so that's fine. Shall I just try this first? Hold on. Before I do... Okay. Line 8. Error, compile error line 8. Create bullet at line 8. Cannot use function script name for variable dir. Line 8. It's this one. Cannot use this. But let's see what else he changed. With inst. Here's the with inst part. Okay. Same. Then step event in obj ship. Oh, this is the difference here. Hold on, let's check. So obj ship, he changed step event in obj ship as well. Let's look. This is the problem, is that if you watch old tutorials or tutorials from like a previous version, it's always going to give you shit like this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Bullet speed. Here we go. Okay. So, bullet speed. We're looking at this here. So, step event in object ship. Shoot bullet. That's this one right here. It's so if keyboard check, then image angle, bullet speed, faction, and ID. Image angle, bullet speed, faction, and ID. Okay. Create event in object bullet. Bullet speed 6. OBJ faction event in all objects which can fire a bullet. The ID must be in. Oh, shit. Must be added in the newer version. Okay, so OBJ faction event. What does he mean by this here? This last one is the one I'm not understanding. So OBJ faction event. It's in all objects which can fire a bullet. If other ID equals creator exit. Do I put that in here? Shit, man. I don't, that seems like a risky proposition. Other ID part was missing. Oh. You replace other with other ID in the bullet collision event. But that's a different one entirely. Let's check. Oh. Oh my god, here we go. Other.id. He doesn't explain it very well. Go back up. I mean, he's a YouTube commenter. That's the one. Do I do both? No. .id and that has .faction already. Okay. No, it's still saying I can't use this. This line is still an error. Script. Create bullet. What did I miss here? Where's my error? I didn't miss anything, but it's not working. I'm looking. Oh, I'm trying to declare them a second time. Oh. Which ones am I... Your error is argument 0 does not exist to be inserted into dir. So which ones do I comment out? These or these? These ones, do I comment these ones out? I got. Holy shit, we're in! Oh my god, it's not shooting the bullet. But the sound is playing. Okay. That's progress. It's progress. Can we crash? Let's see if we can crash. Hold on. That's good. Okay. We made something. There's something going on here. So now it's just that the bullet is not leaving the station. Which means our speed and direction are not being done properly. So we declared them there, which is why we commented this out. We don't need to declare them a second time. Is that how it works? No, but then it doesn't make sense. So the zap sound is playing, which means it is triggering this. But see, the problem now is that there's no speed or anything happening. There's nothing here that says how fast the bullet's going. So I can't comment this out. Because that's the problem, right? Where is it saying how fast my bullet is going? If I make this bigger quickly. Hey Davsler, what's up? Watch a guide. That's the exact problem right here. The problem is I'm watching a guide. Here. Okay. Here we go. Speed 6. Okay. Here, this is the problem, right? Somewhere here is going to be the problem. Somewhere here is going to be the problem. So, if other ID equals creator, exit. It could be this. Something here. But I don't think so. It could be this. Like what? These two. What are these? Shit, maybe she gets to this.
The so that the bullet doesn't interact.
No, hers is working. Hers is working. Balls, woman. Okay, hold on. Comments. Bullets are spawning but not moving. What code am I missing? Here we go. In the OB bullet, try adding... Oh, in OBJ bullet create event, try adding speed 6. It's there. It's already there. In OBJ bullet, collision with OBJ faction, replace the two lines other.faction equals faction, exit with if other ID equals creator, exit. Note OBJ ship doesn't need any change, and so it will stay. If other faction equals factions, exit. We have that one already. Yes. Oh, SPD, what? Replace speed with bullet SPD 6. Is that gonna work? He says in create, replace speed with 6. I wonder if this madman might have done something. But do we define speed somewhere to make this work? Nope. No, no, no. You see, the problem here, I think, is we aren't creating bullets. We aren't actually creating the bullets. Okay? They're not leaving the station, as I said. Does the program support link YouTube video? Okay, here you go, Art. Sorry. Anyone else that wants to look, you guys can check quickly. Shit. What is Dealey saying? Oh no, bad idea.
Welcome back.
No! Balls. I'm not sure where Dealey's is. I was busy looking at this one, but let's go down a bit further. You think you saw a bullet? No ways. Let's just check quickly, Perry Panda. No. No, that's the debris that you might have seen at the end there. Okay. I'm checking what he's doing. I had to use if other equals creator. That's not the one I'm looking for. Did you add the if in the OBJ faction event? This one. OBJ faction. No, but that shouldn't be. Because I don't have anything in here. Hey D3 Spawn, what's up, man? So they mean in the create one here. I also had to use if other ID equals creator exit on my OBJ faction code for bullet. Top comment says that too. So do I have to put that instead of this? Where did they put that in exactly? That's what I don't understand. Because this is inherited by everything. Keep that in mind. Let me check the top comment again, okay? Can I try something for you? Not sure if it'll work. Sure, Kitsubin. Shoot. Oh, I put that in bullet. Oh, yeah, here it is. There it is. OBJ faction in bullet. Yes, I did. Hold on, let's check quickly. OBJ faction event. Other ID equals... Yes, okay. Create event in OBJ bullet. Bullet speed 6. OBJ faction event. Yes, I did add it. Oh, so do you think I put this somewhere? Is this in the wrong place? Go into the create bullet script. Okay, I'm here. I'm listening to Kitsubin quickly. Because why not? I'm close. It's like I'm not. There's not a huge amount that we're missing. Try adding show debug message. Where do I add that? Anywhere inside or outside? Oh. Oh, right after the opening. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Someone said, okay, got confused about the last line. Accidentally placed it in OBJ faction instead of OBJ faction event in OBJ bullet. Oh, yeah, but that's where I've got mine. Okay, so I've got it in the right one. OBJ faction event in OBJ bullet. It's there. That's the one Artful's talking about, right? I'm gonna play now and see if it shows the debug for it. Okay, create bullet at line 8 got speed. Okay. Here's the error. Compile errors. Create bullet at line 8 got speed. Expected a comma or a bracket. Oh, whoops. This is wrong. Oh, the error is now with this. Oh, because there's two brackets. No, there's two brackets here too. Your debug thing gave an error. So now we have to debug the debug message. Now we debug in the debug message, guys. That didn't work. But it has to do something with like bullet, faction, step, create, probably this. No, look. Here's the thing. It has to be something with the bullet either not spawn in or not move in. Okay? I don't see this bullet spawn in, so I'm assuming it's that. If they weren't moving, we could fly away and still see the bullet in space. You know? For me, the issue was near the name of OBJ faction collision open. You see a symbol hovering, it's still referencing old asteroid collision. This is not okay. Hold on. If the bullet object under the collision event in OBJ faction, the line if other creator exit should be if other ID. Ooh, crap. Okay, so it must be if other ID equals creator exit. I have that in. It fixed everything for me, they say. Same one. Okay, I'm putting that in quickly. Okay, it launched. The code is moving down here. 666. 6666666. What does that mean? Hey Zadana, what's up? What are we making? Space rocks. So it is setting the speed. So it's not spawning the object, I'm guessing. That other ID equals creator code is meant to say, oh, this is the thing that fired the bullet, so don't destroy it. Oh, okay. So maybe it's destroying the bullet. So that might not be working. Maybe it's destroying the bullet before the bullet gets to leave the ship. It's probably spawning, but I'm destroying it. Yes. That's how I see it as well. That's got to be it right now. Maybe my ship is killing the bullet. Yes. Here. What is this? No, I had this one before, didn't I? Oops, wrong one. Let me see quickly. Is that right? No. Is this not maybe supposed to be that? See? Can we debug the name the event that destroyed the bullet? I'm not sure. This one is in OBJ ship. So it's not the right one. Let's check. Hold on. OBJ bullet has different stuff. Okay, this says other ID creator. Okay. Instance destroy. So you saying I must try comment out the old one and put the new one in? What happens if I comment this out? Same. Oh, and I need to remove this debugging stuff quickly. Hold on. That's already what isn't working. Okay, well, nothing did change, so now we know. So, now we know. What else is there that we can try? So, speed, faction, creator. Where's the bullet command again? This is killing it when it goes off the screen. This is creating it. It's not this, right? Like, what is this? Go back to collision with OBJ faction. This one. Should we check these out? EV other and EV user 1. Like, where's that? No, but that's damage. So that doesn't matter. Okay. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I'm just going to look at OBJ game quickly. Give me a sec. No. It's none of this. Okay, I'm going to go look at... This is to fire. Why is that there? Wait, what? Hello? This. Why is what where? Hold on. In OBJ bullet, let's see. You still have the other faction part. Oh, this. In OBJ bullet, collision with OBJ faction replaces the 2 lines. Oh, do I remove this one then? Is this the one that needs to go away? Now test. Go, 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 go. Ah! No, dude, it's not spawning the bullets. I mean, it's not the bullet's not moving. But you changed the top line. So what was the top line originally? Oh, it was other faction? Was it? Everyone says this guy's line, this guy's thing works. So in OBJ faction of OBJ bullet. He says, in all objects that fire a bullet, other ID equals creator exit must be added in the newer version. Okay, so in the line that I just commented out, put that one in. Okay. What do we change it to? Oh, we took the if away. Oh no, you still have the if there. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Change faction to ID. Oh my god, so it matches up with that one. Yes. Right? Now they're both the same. Holy crap, that's... Wow. No. Shit. I still think we don't... We're not... So create, speed 6. Wait, go back. What is bullet speed? What is this? I just saw something here. Oh, in the create event, he says bullet speed needs to be this. Okay. That, I didn't put that in. Let's try this. No! I can try putting in a... Oh, if tomorrow is going to be one stream, what am I going to stream? I'm not sure yet. I'll tell you tomorrow, I guess, Sam. You can try put in show debug message bullet in obj bullet. If the text doesn't show up, it means the bullet isn't being created. A show debug message bullet in obj bullet. Where would I put it then? In the create section. Kitsubin. I think that the code is deleting the bullet as soon as it spawns. Do I put that in there? It's just saying bullet down here. Oh, so it is spawning. Okay. Oh, yes. I know what you did. I know what you did. So we know that this is being ran. Did you set up the child-parent relationships properly? Okay. That's a question. So, faction. These are the relationships. They are set properly. 100%. But, are they being inherited properly? Not 100%. Here it is. Oh shit. Why is bullet speed on the ship? What is that? Did she put this here? And not that it matters. Not that it matters. Okay, so the bullet's being created. I do think the factions are being set up properly, Art. Yes. Let me check the comments again here. I'm checking. Oh, that you don't think they are because I'm destroying the bullet. Well, no. Okay. Okay. So, show parent event. Faction equals factions ally. That's the parent event. So it's working. It's in there. And I'm pretty sure that's the right event.
So, of the... And the ship will inherit from that.
Let's see.
Let's do the same for the ally faction objects.
Yeah.
So we want to overwrite...
Faction equals factions ally. Yeah, it's right.
this and put the ally...
You can check the faction with the show debug message and bullet collision function the same way. Oh, how do I do that? Okay, so I take the debug message again, and how do I check the faction? So you can check the faction with the show debug message in the bullet collision function in the same way. So where would I put it then? Bullet collision function, would I put it, can I put it in, so it's to see if the script is running. So with bullet obj faction, would I put it down here somewhere? It didn't run. It's not running. And if I move this up to the start, Now it's showing. Okay. And if I move this here. It doesn't work there. Okay. The top line still seems wrong. This one. Well, I don't understand any of it. So that's the problem here. Is that I'm supposed to be following along with her who knows things, and she doesn't know anything because it broke. Well, she knows everything, but they changed the programs. Look. Okay. My guess now is I should take this shit, this whole thing, and replace this, the create bullet script, and throw this into my create bullet script. Okay? I can backspace it. Don't worry. Okay, same. Okay, so that didn't do anything. But his does look a bit different than ours. Okay, put show debug message other ID at the top of bullet. Step event for bullet, please. Okay, hold on. I can't put the debug messages in if you guys aren't like, which object? Step event. Are you at the point of putting chunks of code of other people's stuff in to get it to work? There was an easy thing to miss that you might not have caught. Okay, what did I miss? Where's my doodly shit? Add the exclamation point? Where? There's no equals here. You if point. Are you serious that that is it? Jesus! Right there? Is that it? Dude. What? Dude! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I love it. I actually love it. How? Your entire game just gets sucked into a void and ruined. Because that one exclamation point was not in there. Taraxa just explained it. The exclamation point means that basically he said the logic was reversed. So this reverses the logic, okay? And it wasn't there. So instead of allowing the bullet, it was destroying the bullet. So because this is what's destroying the bullet as soon as it leaves our camera space. So what it was doing instead of destroying the bullet when it leaves the camera space is it was destroying the bullet as it spawns in the camera space. So the bullet would have existed fine outside the camera space if it could get there. But we wouldn't be able to see it anyway. You guys are fantastic. Holy shit, all of you. I think Artful and Kitsubin and Taraxa, you guys with your patience, thank you. Because that's my bad. Artful is right. I did click on a comment. There was a timestamp here. There.
The case, actually, we need to check if we're not in the record.
There. That's the one I clicked on, and I didn't do that because I assumed I had put that in before. She didn't. As in, she typed the code. Someone followed. Hello. Mochko, what's up? She didn't do this initially, and then she came back and she added it.
If we're not in the camera, then I want it to just destroy itself.
But she's so fast, man. I might have blinked, or I might have looked away and like.
Actually, we need to check
look at
if
it.
we're not in the rectangle. So if we're
Oof. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to where we were. We can continue finally.
more objects in the room.
This is
and
fantastic.
Everything is white currently.
I love it, dude.
Currently, we can't really tell who's aligned to what. So I might actually start to color.
Where were we?
We want to set its speed.
Okay, we done here.
Collide with our creator. So let's head back.
Debug in practice. Needle in a haystack practice.
To the script. Where is it? Create bullet. Let's also pass over our ID. So whoever is creating the bullet, let's just say creator.
I'm not going to do any of
and
this.
We'll set it to, so whatever's running the script, its ID. That's what the scope of this would be.
That's
and
amazing,
remember,
though. Thank you,
it does have to
guys.
be a temporary variable for us to be able to
Fantastic.
pass this over. If I wrote...
Yo, yeah, Mochko, so what's going on is I recently purchased GameMaker Studio 2, and now I'm following the official GameMaker Studio 2 tutorials to make space rocks, and it has been a wild roller coaster ride. It's insane.
Creator equals ID in here.
It's
this
insane.
ID, because we're in a with statement, is now referring to the bullet. We want it to refer to the object.
If you want
running
any
the
links,
script.
just say.
So we want to set creator equal
Okay, we've
to
done this. We've done this.
Make sure that the bullet doesn't shoot the actual player, and that it will interact with the asteroid.
Yeah, the problem is, the reason I'm having issues with it is because the program has updated and now a lot of the code is not working. So what ends up happening is we have to go back and browse the YouTube comments to try and find solutions from people who did it in the new version. So it's like, it's a little bit of back and forth, but I think that, like, at the end of the day, it is giving me good practice regardless. So I don't care. As long as it works, I will say.
Right, so we can shoot now. Let's go try and shoot an asteroid.
She has no
Great.
sound.
And our collision is also working. Great. Okay. So that is the bullet setup. Now, I think when we start to create the enemies, there's actually going to be a lot more objects in the room. And because everything is white currently, we can't really tell who's aligned to what. So I might actually start to color the factions a different color. So I'm going to head back to the faction enemy. And I'm going to make all of the enemy objects.
No, she's not talking over a recording. I'm not going to look for it now, but at the start of the video, I saw a little mute button popping up here. She pressed a mute button on her keyboard or something, and it muted her Windows sound like this, you know? And it's just for this video. She usually has sound on. I was about to say, I thought she might just color the sprites, but it looks like she's going to do a image...
Set their image blend equal to a color.
That is so cool, dude. So wait, so she's going to object faction enemy. Wait, where did she go for that? Faction enemy.
I'm going to make...
I want to do this too. Yeah, man.
all of the enemy objects.
How would that work, by the way? This is a really cool feature. Like, how does it work if you have color in your sprites already?
Set their image blend equal to a color. And I'm gonna go with C red, so that just
Image blend C red.
showed a
Put the
bunch
doodle in. Thank you. Hey, Mochko, you use Godot? Is it Godot or Godot? Listen, that's like the only other program that I keep seeing popping up everywhere. People keep saying that that's a great one for beginners as well. Godot? Or Godot? That's cool, man. C red. Okay.
built-in colors. This means that it's
Best engine, you'd say? Wait, so which games were made in there? If you could throw me a few references.
sprite is going to be tinted with this color. All right, so in the
Not that that makes it or breaks it. I just, you know.
same way, I want the ally ship to do that as well. So we'll go image blend equals C aqua. You can pick
Aqua. Allies. Okay. This is going to mess up my ship a little bit. But that's fine. Allies. image blend equals C aqua.
Pick whatever color you want. And I might also make sure the bullets are changing color as well. So we might set if...
I don't care about that. Oh, wait, maybe I do care about that. Did Mr. add it to his bullet script? He didn't add that, so I'll add that. Wait.
Factions.ally, image blend. And if faction is equal to enemy, image blend equals C, red. All right. So now if we run.
Is this gonna break it again? I hope this doesn't break it again. This seems unrelated, so hopefully this is going to be fine. Okay, let me see. It's old as heck. It's just exploded recently. Tesla recently adopted it as a UI tool, which is pretty exciting. Okay. It's kind of new. Oh, it's kind of new to the spotlight, I suppose. It even got funded from Epic. Okay. Okay. So people are trying to get in on it early. That's kind of sick, man. Okay. Okay, so I added this stuff. Let's see what happens.
The player should be Aqua and...
No. She adds it in the same frame as this. Hold on. She adds it in here. Okay.
The asteroid should still be white, but the bullets should be blue as well.
Okay, let's see if this works, dude. I'm ready for errors. Oh, it worked! Oh, shit! Insane! That's crazy! My ship is Aqua. And I still got my little arms and everything. Yes, dude!
Alright, so we've set up the backbone of the factions system.
We still don't have any ships in, by the way.
In the next tutorial...
Okay, stop. I want to fiddle quickly. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm fiddling. I'm gonna put one of each of my ships in just for fun, just so I can see what they look like quickly. Can I do that? I just want to see what they look like, dude. I drew these. It's important to me. I didn't draw the brute, but... Ah! What the balls? That's so cool. Hey, it's eating a bullet. Oh my god, the code works. Dude, isn't that fantastic? Oh, I dig it so much. That's so cool, dude. They look so good. Do I crash if I crash into them? Oh! It works, dude. Yes! Okay, we didn't make any mistakes. You're out. Okay, you figured out your issue with her teaching style. She's doing a walkthrough, not a tutorial. Yeah. Because she's got it all memorized from the get-go. And it's different. And like, I'm fine with it. Honestly, I'm fine with it. And again, I like experiencing different teaching styles anyway. We are not going to do the next video tonight, but I will show you quickly what... there's another guy who I want to follow the tutorials of. This is the next one that I'm going to do. And his name is Sean Spalding. And he, in my opinion, teaches way better. Like, he teaches really nicely.
For quite a while, I'm going
he does what I would say a much more newbie-friendly version of teaching, like, the basics. And I think that, for the most part, it's easier to follow.
Of editing to O player. Okay, so double click on O player just to bring you back to the works.
Oh, and also it's nice to see differences in how people do things, because he does O player instead of OBJ player, S players for the sprite instead of SPR, It's good. It's good. And you also like to see mistakes. Yes, I agree with that too. And that's why Artfall actually said he thinks it's a pre-recorded video for her. It was close. It was very scripted. Artfall's right. Hers feels more scripted, but you want to experience all of it. But this guy, as I was saying, Sean Spalding is his name. He seems to have, in my opinion, a nice teaching method.
Now.
And
I'm gonna press F.
he's also going to teach a decent, like, it's a cool little tutorial. It's going to teach me how to make this by the end of it. Very different.
On the floor there, and we fall to the floor. And if I press space,
and that's the next one.
we actually jump and then grab it.
I dig it. It's cool. And you know what I found, dude? Let me show you something, guys. Because I've been nerding out on this shit. But you know what I found on his channel? He does these game jams, right? And he also does Feedback Fridays, where he goes on a Friday and he looks at a bunch of people's games on his Twitch live stream. And it's kind of sick because people submit their games, then he plays it and he gives feedback on them. And it's cool because in one video, you can see it's been timestamped here. Color Crash. Here's the video. Here's the game. Here's Terminal Hacker. Check. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are stupid, obviously. But people are obviously proud of... Look, here's another one. And you can see sometimes he really enjoys himself with them. Sometimes it's kind of not that great. And you get to see like a wide variety of different stuff. Like some of them are absolutely amazing, like crazy things. And some of them are like, you can see newbie's first project. And then on top of that, I saw another thing that I really liked was he puts his game jam stuff in here. And he puts it like a 48-hour game jam in a 5-minute video. And I think that is like, it's so awesome to see how quickly it looks like it evolves. What did you need to get started? I can use the trial. The trial works fine. In the trial, the only limitation is you can't export your game into a released or a finished project. So the 30-day trial is fantastic. It works. And yeah, so he does game jams. And he also puts, like I said, I'm not sure how I found it. I saw, maybe it's his most viewed videos or something. There. He does Ludum Dare as an example. And like, the entire 48-hour game jam is squished into this tiny video. I'm not sure what he's doing here. But this must be a storyboarding thing. And then he fits his entire thing into like this 5-minute video here. And obviously, you don't get to really understand what he's doing, but you get to see the evolution, and it's actually fantastic. The quality on here is also not great, but like he starts, you see the map, and then you see him doing the sprite art, and he's doing the art for the little men. And if you skip ahead a little bit, you see he's doing like book art there. Then you hear him sleeping. It's the entire live stream. It's like literally the entire live stream. And then he wakes up again. You can see this guy's barely had any sleep. And then you see the game evolving even more. He's got a little planet here with people running around. It's like a tribal warfare game. And you skip all the way to the end here. And you can see what the game actually looks like. And it's actually a multiplayer 4-man game or something like that. And it's really cool because it gives you just basically an idea of what's possible in 48 hours. Here's another one. Oh, Ludum Dare is not Ludum Dare, it's Dare. Dare? Wow, thanks guys. That's not confusing at all. Oh, you got Zepla brushes? Zepla emotes? That's nice. That's nice. Sedana, what's up? Hello. It's nice to see you again. You pop in and out and in and out. So, as you can see here, another 48-hour game jam. He's making another game, and in 48 hours, in my opinion, you get something pretty cool out of it. Wait, no, I don't see anything here. This must not be the one that I saw. Oh, wait, there it is. Anyway, it's fun. It's fun. If anyone wanted to see this guy's videos, his name is Sean Spalding. He seems to be a decent creator of content. And, yeah, I'm doing his platformer tutorial next. That's the next one that I want to do. I'm working my way towards this one.
I'm Sean Spalding, and this is the first part of a long...
This is the one I want to do next. Well, not next. I wanna do this because this will teach me how to make game worlds in a way that I want to do for my own games. Just to start, well, for the first game I want to do at least, where you have a top-down view with like different, you know, things. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. So, but I mean, this one, it looks like you might need to purchase $10. What is that shit? Do you have to pay $10 for it? Oh no, he just gives you the download for free. Oh. Wow, what a guy. Wait, did it work? Why is it not downloading? Anyway, it's unimportant. We'll get to that when we get to it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. 24-hour coding stream. Yeah, that's not happening. I have to wake tomorrow early for school. But I am doing coding again tomorrow, I think. It's like I wasn't sure, but I'm enjoying this so much that I definitely have to do. I have to at least do it every day. Like, I can't not do it every day. Yo, you didn't mean now? Oh, you said I must do my own game jam. Okay. I think when I have more experience, I'll do my own game jam for sure. And I'll commit myself to something. You assume you gotta pay for your stuff there, but there's free stuff that's very similar. Artful! Stop quickly. You linked me a dungeon tile set. I'm assuming you already saw this. I'm not sure if you did, but you linked me a dungeon tile set. Artful linked me this one, right? And it's fantastic. It's an awesome tile set. But the guy who released this tile set is also a fantastic individual. And this tile set's awesome. Like, it's got such cool stuff in. It's got all the weapons and like all the different like rooms and whatever. But he released another tile set, and this is Dungeon Tile Set 2. And this one has fully animated sprites. It's got updated visuals for like the enemy mobs and stuff like that. And as you can see here, the full level as well. It's really nice. Dude, like, look at this shit. Isn't that cool? So he released another one with even more cool stuff in. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. So there's this wealth of assets on the Itch website. Is it called Itch or Itchy? The Itch website. And I'm excited because, again, like, you view all by this guy. Oh my god. That is a really cool tile set as well. Isn't that fantastic? Holy shit. I love that you can look at a user's specific dungeon UI. Oh my god, yeah, it's for his dungeon game. Okay. I love that you can browse his stuff, because he's obviously good at what he does. This is the entry for Mini Jam with the theme Stealth. Cannot contain any violence. Huh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna... What's a .love file? What does that mean? .love, win60... Oh, whoops. There we go. There's a link to the assets. Yo, thank you, Draxa. Where did you find that now? So it is free. But he's probably still making money off of that. Hey, we're looking at a game jam game quickly. Oh my god, I just scrolled past Lillian. She's beautiful. Let's see. Here we go. Arrows to move. J/C/enter for action/pickup. J and C. Space to run, noisy. No, wait. Shift to run, noisy. Space is compass. Q and E is to rotate camera. Turn the sound off. God, it's so noisy. It's so loud, dude. Oh, Jesus. What the shit? Why is it so loud? Ah, jeez, God, man. Why did he make his game so loud? I like the game, though. Wait, I know how to do this. Volume mixer. 20%. Jesus. Let's steal the pennant. Oh, there's a guy down there. So how do I turn the camera? No ways. Okay. Is it in here? Is it back here? How long did he spend on this game, did he say? I like the assets and stuff. Did he make it all himself? Shit. Ah! God. Is that part of the music? Jesus, guy. Oh, I need to open the compass. Wait. I'm a tree? It ain't gonna work. What is the compass button? Space. Someone's following me. Oh god. Maybe next time. That's cool. Okay. I dig that. I dig that. How long did it take him to make it? I'm not even... Okay. I don't... It doesn't say here. Mini Jam 55. That's sick. Often you don't have enough time to fine-tune stuff at the end. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.